Room panels deliver a great in-person experience when interacting with your meeting rooms, and the RICOH Room Displays app elevates this experience by making it really easy to view availability, make bookings, check in, and more. And for any admins watching who want to know how to set these panels up and assign them to your meeting rooms, we have a video available going through the entire process. You can find the link in the description below. In this video, we're going to go through all of the features available. So I've added in some time slots here, and you can use the chapters feature to be able to skip to the section that you need. There's quite a lot that we're going to cover. Panels can be set up as either multi-room or single-room displays. When it's set up as a multi-room display, we'll be able to see a list of all of the meeting rooms configured for it. Immediately, we can see the different statuses. We've got one room ready for check-in, one room that is booked, and one room that is available. If we've got a long list of rooms, we can use the search bar at the top and easily find the meeting room that we need. By tapping into a meeting room, we are greeted with the same experience that we get with a single room display. We can see the availability, if it's available, marked as green, if it's booked, marked as red, or if it's ready for check-in, marked as orange, just like we can see here, this different traffic light display on the multi-room selection. Now, if it's a single room display, we'll only have this view, we won't have that list view, and we won't have this back to overview button either. We can see the name of the room, time and date, a language button which will let us select a different language to display on the panel. There's also a settings icon, however this is just for admins to be able to go in and see some settings of the panel. And then we have our booking slots, which allow us to book the room this panel is assigned to. Now with compatible panels, they can also show LEDs which will indicate availability. For a full list of all of our compatible devices, we have a link available in the description below, which will take you to a Help Center article. Now let's talk about one of the key features of this room display, making a booking. There are going to be up to 4 booking slots. These are 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, and 2 hour slots. Now booking slots will change depending on how much time there is until the next slot. Now we can see here our shortest slot is only 5 minutes, which is the minimum time for a booking slot. Once this changes to 4 minutes, these slots will all change. We can see any future bookings that are made, but we can't expand them, we can just see them in this list. But to go back, we just tap on our first slot, and we can see everything. Now, our shortest booking slot has just gone down to 4 minutes, but we can't book a 4-minute slot. So what happens is those 4 minutes add on to the next set of slots. We have a 19-minute, a 34-minute, a 1 hour and 4 minutes, and a 2 hour and 4 minutes. The maximum slot you can book is 2 hours, well, in this case, 2 hours and 4 minutes, or it will be up until the next booking. Also, the actual booking itself would be from the time that you're making it for the amount of time available in the slot. So if I were to make a booking now, it's currently 10:57. If I chose this 33-minute slot, then it would be from 10:57 until 11:30. This panel experience is designed for you to be able to quickly interact with the meeting room. If you need a room for longer than 2 hours or booked in the future, you still have the capability to do so through either the web app or the mobile app. If we wanted to book, let's say for the hour and 2 minute slot, then we can see the time we are booking until and the length of the slot, and we have to authenticate. There are different authentication methods available. Here we're using PIN and mobile number, so by inputting either of those, the system will recognize that it is me making the booking. For other devices, authentication methods such as NFC are also available. Now this iPad Air that I'm using doesn't have built-in NFC, so it's not an option available for this device. And if you leave it a little bit too long, the panel will just go back to the default view, but we just tap into our booking slot and we put in our PIN, we'll be able to book this room. Once our booking is confirmed, we'll be met with this screen saying booking confirmed. We tap done, and now we can see that the room is immediately busy because, as I said, this booking starts from now up until the end of the booking slot. Once we've booked that meeting room, the panel will change. It will show as red, indicating that it is busy. We can see information about the booking, as in who has it booked and who the host is. We can see how long is remaining for that booking, and we even get a progress bar, which will drain as the time goes on. We've got 2 other options here, extend and end early. By tapping extend, we're met with 4 more booking slots, allowing us to extend this meeting by up to 2 hours or until the next booking, whichever comes first. These slots will not dynamically change because they will always go from the end of the meeting, which in this case is 12 o'clock. When I choose a time slot, I have to use my authentication method again to confirm it. And by putting that in, it will process the extension and it should add it on to the end of our meeting. So here we can see extension confirmed, we'll hit done, and our meeting has gone from what was 57 minutes to 1 hour and 27 minutes. And secondly, we have that end early option. So if we have finished our meeting, we don't need the room for the entire amount of time, then we can use end early. Again, use our authentication, and that will process the cancellation. Once the cancellation is done, the room will remain busy for 1 minute, which allows for the panel to sync with the platform and your calendar. Now that cancellation has gone through, the room is back to being available and we can see the time slots again. As I mentioned, you can still make bookings through the web app or the mobile app. When you have an upcoming booking for a meeting room, the room panel will allow you to check in. Admins can configure check-in for meeting rooms and they can set time slots for the amount of time before the meeting and once the meeting has started to check in. In our case, we've got about 10 minutes each side. So we can see here on the panel, it's waiting for check-in. This is a meeting that I set up in the web app and the meeting has already started. I have 9 minutes to check into this room. We have the intelligent cancellations policy enabled. If I have failed to check in by the time this timer runs out, then the meeting room will automatically cancel the booking and will show as available. Exactly how this works, how long you have to check in, and whether this will cancel just the meeting room or the entire meeting is down to how your admins configure the policy. So we have our two options, check in or end early. Each option will require authentication, but I will choose to check in, and after authenticating, the check-in was shown as successful and the panel will now show as busy as my meeting continues. If I decided to cancel it instead, I use one of the authentication methods available to confirm it. And now that booking has been cancelled, I hit done, and that room is now available for someone else to make a booking. Now let's talk about a couple of the other states that we can view panels in when they're connected to meeting rooms. Firstly is approval rooms. Panels can still be connected to meeting rooms that require approval. And when this is done, the room will still accurately show the status, whether it's available or booked, but it will not show any booking slots. Instead, we see a message on the panel which says, submit booking via web or mobile, administrator approval is required. So these rooms are still technically bookable, but it has to be done through the web or the mobile app so that administrators can approve it. It won't be possible from the panel. Additionally, meeting rooms can just be configured as non-bookable. With that done here, we can see there's no message saying that it has to go through approval, but the booking slots again are not visible. And then there's if the meeting room is fully disabled. When this happens, the panel will completely grey out and show as disabled. This is something that can be configured by admins, and we have another video available which will show exactly how to do this. Meeting room panels using RICOH Room Displays also have the capability to announce when there is 5 minutes remaining for your meeting. So that covers off just about everything. RICOH Room Displays is a great way of interacting with your meeting rooms, allowing users to easily view availability, make bookings, check in, cancel, extend, and end early. For more information on room panels and RICOH Room Displays, we've got articles available on our Help Center. And for more videos just like this one, you can check out our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.